Welcome back, Scrunchy Moms Club.
Hello, happy summer. We're here. It's a beautiful, what day is it today for us?
Today's Friday.
Friday.
Are you feeling the Friday vibes?
Um, Not really. Fridays are
Same.
different. Yeah. I feel like when you're a stay-at-home mom every day, just that's why I always have to remind myself. And like Taylor doesn't have a Monday through Friday sort of 9 to 5 job, so his weekends are not the
Right.
regular weekends, so I never know what day it is. Plus, like as we'll discuss, we're both like leaving on big trips in a couple days. So, well, not big trips, but
Mine's not a big trip.
my
Yours is.
head is just full of that, like the stress of like the packing and all of that. So, I'm a little mushy brain today.
Mushy. I feel so mushy today, especially.
In all the ways, your brain and your body.
My brain, my body. I'm so big, guys. I don't know. I don't know how like I'm supposed to get bigger than this.
I think you like everyone has that feeling like once they hit over 30 weeks, like that's the thought is like, how can I possibly get bigger? Like, how can my body stretch? Like the tightness. Are you starting to itch? Your belly itch?
Yes, and like I gained another stretch mark, which like I'm trying to be
Oh
really
my
chill
God. You and the
again.
stretch marks. I had so many, I lost track.
Oh, well,
Which I never fed into that. Like I rubbed my body. I lubed up my belly, like because they say the wetter, the more
yeah,
moist
to like
it
rub
is.
all the oil.
No, it's
The thing
I'm
is,
I'm
like,
part of it's genetics because I got my belly so wet every day and I still got stretch marks. And well, my
I
bellies
got
also were like huge, but still.
yeah. Well, like, Jonah, I rub my belt, like I rubbed it every day, and like
The
this
oil
time
and the lotion, all that.
I'm like maybe once or twice a week if I remember.
Oh,
Like I don't know.
wow.
It's definitely like I know I'm like I've been slacking. Like I need to do
Yeah.
better. Um, but like yeah, I've been trying to be more mindful of it,
It
but
was just
I
like
don't
part
know.
of my
Like
nighttime routine.
I already do so much in my nighttime routine. Like I have to add my
That's true.
belly.
You have like a 30-minute skincare thing. So
Like, yeah. So like sometimes when I remember, I'm like, okay, yeah, like let me rub myself. But my oil is like oily. Like the oil is oiling. With this one at least. But yeah, so feeling like just super mushy, body wise, head wise. I don't know. I'm very like clouded this week. This has been like a full week of Jonah being back
he's
at
officially
ABA.
back. Yeah.
And let me tell you, your girl's been resting
Good.
and it feels really good. And
Resting and nesting.
resting, nesting, and
What's another rhyme?
I fucked that up. um yeah. Yeah, dressed like the first day he went back, I literally laid in bed that entire day
Good.
because I
You
was just
deserve it.
like I know. And then like I've been productively unproductive, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain.
Well, like I've been resting, but then like, I'm still doing the maintenance of being a mother and, like it's just like and he's gone for a good chunk of the day and like
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just like, oh, it's just not enough
It's
hours.
like what we
Like,
say, like if we accomplish one thing that day, like that's good, Check one thing off the list, go
no.
take a 3-hour nap if you need to.
Well, I'm not taking 3-hour naps anymore, but like, well, except for that day. That
That's
Monday,
what
I was
I say.
like,
You say I don't nap anymore. You nap at least like 3 times a week.
I only napped on Monday, bitch, first of all.
Okay, good for
The
you.
rest of this week I've been like that's why I was saying like productively unproductive because also like this week Love Island came back. So
Yep,
like my content plate has been filled.
true.
And then like my podcast's on rotation and then, and then clean like just maintain like I said, just like maintaining this house. And yeah, we're going away this weekend, but it's just a weekend trip. Like I'm not
So
it's not
stressed.
like, oh my God, I'm like actually really not stressed, which is so
Yeah,
weird.
you're not like leaving on an airplane at 4 in the morning with 2 kids and
No,
like dealing with the time change and all of that. Can't imagine
not
that.
feeling what you have to deal with. I will say I'm having it's an easier time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So like, and I'm like basically packed. We just have to like pack like all the extra things. And So not
Yeah.
stressing too much in that regard. Um, and yeah, and I also just like leave whenever I travel, I like to leave my house clean, like really
Yes, I
clean.
was
Like
gonna talk about that. That's what we did yesterday. Well, it kinda got switched around because, my parents were set to watch the kids, and be in town to watch the kids because I was supposed to have a procedure done, which last minute it got canceled, so we had the childcare, so whatever. So we spent all yesterday. I'm the same way. We're the type of people who we like to leave, like, when we leave for trips, whether it be a big trip, small trip, like, I like to leave the house. Plus, my dad is staying at the house watching the dog, but
yeah.
still, I like to leave it clean. I like all the laundry done. I don't like anything to be, me having to do when I get back.
But I'll also like randomly like clean a baseboard or like decide that
But
my
you do like the
whole
deep cleaning.
well, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like I think that's just like the anxiety of going away for me is like
Yeah,
I decide that like the shower needs to be cleaned like the night
right.
before at like you know what I
I think
mean?
there's
So
just
it's
something coming home to like a clean house versus a messy house. Like you're already
for
just like
sure.
so drained from the trip. And then, yeah, to come back to a clean house. There's
Yeah,
something
like
to that.
after us recording, like I'm gonna sweep and mop the floor. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's Taylor's job today is like to do the rest of like the vacuuming, the mopping. I'm the same way. We like to leave the house very clean. So that's kind of what we've been doing too. So it's like on top of the packing and the prepping, it's like the cleaning of the house.
but then you want to clean your house, but then it's just like the everyday tasks of like dishes and laundry and like ugh, like how many
I
times a day
know.
can I clean this living room and
Well, that's what Taylor was saying because we get the
I'm
kids back
so over
today.
it.
We get the kids back today and we don't leave until Sunday. So we have a couple days. So he's like, they're going to wreck the house. Like, I'm going to deep clean this house in like 48 hours. The kids can do a lot of damage in 48 hours.
Ugh, even in like 3 hours. My
Yeah.
God, these kids. Yeah, and it's there's just always something to do.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, these moms on social media who have like the perfect aesthetic, like clean house. Like, how? How do you keep it that clean?
I know, like I'm just doing my best.
Because at the end of the day, you almost don't even want to clean it that crazy because you know it's going to get destroyed. So, like,
Yeah.
why put in that effort? So, yeah, once every in a while, we do like a deep clean, organize
I mean,
all the
like it's
toys.
necessary. And
It's
like I
necessary.
do before the baby's born, like I told Sam, I was like, I want a cleaner to come in and do like a deep clean
Yeah, I would
before.
love Taylor would never, but I would love to pay someone to come and just like deep clean. Like you said, like hit the baseboards, like the deep clean.
Yeah. Well, I said there wasn't a negotiation on that one. I'm like, I'm sorry, but like I'm just going to be too big and too like even like me doing this like to vacuum and mop my
Yeah.
floor is going to be
Does Sam not clean? Because like Taylor's he's good at cleaning.
Sam does like the
Because he's very sanitary. So he
he
hits the
is, but
Windex
who's
and the
cleaning? I'm the one cleaning the sinks. I'm the one
yeah,
cleaning the toilets. Like I'm the one
the
like
toilets. Mhm.
if I ask the fucking toilets, if I asked him to like sweep and vacuum and mop, like he would, but it's not like he does the. No, I do the dishes. What does he do?
Right.
I think we need to revolt.
Well, and he needs to hire a plumber to fix your other toilet
Oh
because
my
the
god,
fact that
I
you
can't.
have to walk to the other side of the house to the pee your 5 times a night, that is
The
literally straight to jail. That's, like, not okay.
no, the podcast doesn't know about this yet, but I don't know if I really want to bash Sam that badly today. But
No, no.
no, let's just say that our master bath hasn't worked in over a month, and your girl is
No, but, like, all
fucking
those
over it.
nightly pees, the fact that you have to walk across the house, like, in the dark, like, you might fall and hurt yourself. It's, like,
Just
kinda
don't get me
crazy.
started. Seriously, it is every
Sorry,
day.
did I awaken the beast? I'm just
That's why I'm like trying to be chill about it and not really talk about it because if you awaken the beast, it's bad. But like we fight every single day about him calling a fucking plumber.
Mm.
But that's a whole other thing that let's just not get into it.
Yeah, but I'm more mentioning it to like, you're doing a lot out there. You're struggling. You're surviving walking all that way every night, 3 times a night.
5, 6, 7 times a night I'm up. It doesn't matter. Like, it's crazy. So
Like
yeah.
navigating
So
through
just
the
like,
dark.
I'm just like, yeah, like, let me complain today about just like being a mother, and then like when you're a working mother, forget it. Like,
I know.
like,
I know. I
gosh.
think about these moms who work like 40 hours up until they give birth, 50, 60 hours, and they still have to maintain a household. They have other children that I, it's like crazy.
I
The
know.
fact that like our society makes us have to do that, like to keep a
Well,
living, you know?
when I was working, I did have a cleaner come more often, like
But some
once a
women
month.
can't afford that. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like some
know.
women
I
literally
know.
have to work until the day that they give birth. Um, and still maintain a household and still keep it clean. You know, it's just like it's a never ending cycle of our society. It's not fair.
Nothing is fair.
No.
Nothing really matters. Um, and then I have to tell you all about what happened to me this week. Um, everything's fine. Let's just preface with that. And
Well, and I also think it was funny because was it the last podcast episode or the one before we were talking about kit counts and like you were saying like, do you do it? Like, I don't really think it's necessary. You know, I just go with the flow.
but like I did go with the flow, and the flow,
The flow
you
fucked
know,
you. Just
the
kidding.
not it didn't. It was just like, okay, so
So
listen
go
up,
ahead.
y'all. So
Mhm.
so a few 2 or 3 days ago, I was home. Jonah was like at ABA, and I'm home and I'm just chilling. It was a day where like I had a pedicure, and then I came home and I was just chilling, just doing things, and then like I would lay on the couch, go do something, lay on the couch, like kind of like that. And like just all day I was like, the baby just wasn't moving like much at all. Like I really didn't feel her like at all. And the night before, like literally Sam was like feeling her, like she was popping off, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it was just like, it was just weird. And like, I didn't like, it's so funny, like when something's going on, and I'm sure like anybody can relate that, like, if you speak it into existence, then I'm almost afraid to speak it to existence, because then I have to like do something about it
Yeah, and you almost like
almost.
gaslight, at least I like gaslight myself. Like, oh no, it's fine. Like that, not
Yes.
happening or whatever. Like I always
Yes.
say, like, if I'm dying, I don't think I will ever go to the ER because I just gaslight myself. Like, oh no, it's normal. Like I'm overreacting. And like especially with the kick counts, because I was thinking back to like when I would have those moments of like no movement. You also you gaslight yourself like, oh maybe I just I wasn't thinking. Like I was like maybe they
Right.
kicked and I just didn't realize.
Like, no, I was paying attention, because I was just lightly paying attention, right?
Yeah.
So then I pick up Joan, I come home, and I'm just sitting on the couch, and it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm like, okay, maybe I need to. I was like, I think I'm going to speak this into existence. So I voice noted you guys,
Mhm.
and I was like, hey, I haven't felt the baby kick like pretty much all day. Like, and I was very casual. I was very like, I think
Very
I'm gonna go to the
casual.
yeah, I was like, I think I'm gonna go to the ER. Like, because I didn't want to spiral when I don't have to yet, because I don't know what's going on. So, and also maybe Lexapro has something to do with it. But I was just like, I'm just gonna go. Like, I'm gonna call Sam, and I'm gonna tell him when he gets home, like, I'm gonna go. So I call Sam, and he's like, nah, bitch, go. Like, call my brother. He'll come. You know what I mean? So like, and the village for
Yeah,
sure.
because he
So
was
they
stuck
like,
on the other side of town, right? So he couldn't
he
like.
was literally like 45 minutes away. So, um, yeah, I called Sam's brother and my sister-in-law, and they came over. We did like a switching of the guards, and actually my sister-in-law Renee, who was also pregnant, ended up coming with me. Because I was just gonna go alone. I'm like, I'm fine, whatever, like it's fine. But
Well,
like
that's
she
the thing when you
insisted.
have another child or multiple children, you can't just drop everything and go to the eat triage. Like you have to find childcare, like all this stuff.
Yeah, you really have to like arrange,
Like you said, changing of
or
the guards. You have to figure it out. Yeah.
yeah. So, so she came with me. So that was really, really nice. And We went to, and it was so funny because we had our hospital tour not even like 3 days before. So like we knew exactly where to go and what to do. So, which I don't know if, yeah, my hospital tour was lovely, by the way.
I never did one because like the first
It
one
was
was during
COVID.
COVID, and
Yeah.
then I had already given birth there, so I was like, I don't need a tour. I've done it.
Well, I haven't given birth. This is
Right,
a new
exactly,
hospital.
exactly.
Well, it's not a new hospital for it. Jonah went there at this hospital, but I have not personally given birth there. So that's why I
Yeah,
was
and
like,
like
oh,
the
I'll go.
PICU is different than where you're gonna be. Like it's a different wing, different.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So like a completely different building and
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So no, happy. I mean, of course happy I did that now because of this. So whatever, we drive, we go. It's like 5 o'clock, 5:30. We get there. I'm just like, yeah, I haven't been feeling. I went right back. We had like the most, I will say this was like a 10 out of 10 ER experience. And I think I can say that now also because like everything's fine. But yeah, so went back, chatted, like the nurses were, they put me straight on the NST monitor thing. And I did a urine sample and like they were just, like they were looking at the monitor and they're like, see, like she's having some peaks and valleys, which means that she's moving and there's activity. But like I do have an anterior placenta. So with that, you don't feel her as much. And I'm like, yes, I understand that because yes, with Jonah, I had the same thing. But like, I don't know, I feel her so much more than I
Right.
ever felt Jonah.
It's really the difference you have to pay it, like the pattern. Like if she was active before and isn't active, like there should be a reason.
Right. Because actually, like, let's fast forward because, like, right before I left, Savannah, I think you were the one in the chat that was like, why don't you eat like a bowl of ice cream? Why don't you eat like something super
Oh, before
sugary?
you left for the ER. Yeah. No, I literally said, get one of Jonah's juice boxes, something super sugary, lay
Yeah.
down and just drink. You have to drink like straight sugar. If you have that glucose drink, like just drink something like that. There's something really, they say something really cold and something really sugary. And like in 15 minutes, that should like work really fast, at least some
Yeah.
movement.
Well, that's the thing. I only felt like the tiniest like flutter. And that's where you were like, okay, go, because it's not like
It's still a change
completely.
in fetal movement. Like even though, and that's I think a big, I'm sure the nurses told you, but that's like a big thing. Like, and that's why they say don't get a Doppler and like just Doppler yourself because like, oh, they
No.
have a heartbeat, like they're alive, they're good, but like that doesn't mean there's not an issue. So if like there's any inkling like something's different or wrong, like trust your mama gut and go, because as you'll explain, like they would much rather you go and like it be nothing than like not go and gaslight yourself into not go.
Right. So that's the thing. I was very calm about it. I was like, I'm gonna go. Like,
Yeah.
it's better. And of course it happens like after hours. Cause I had the same thing with Jonah where I think I felt decreased movement, but it was like 9 a.m. and I was at work and
Yes, I remember
I,
this. Yeah.
yeah. And I was able to just like go in for an appointment and they like
Mm-hmm.
fit me in. And like I went into the doctor's office rather than the emergency room. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, so she was on the Doppler and then they told me, they were like, it's going to be 2 to 4 hours for your ultrasound. We're so sorry. And I'm like, it's okay. Like it is what it is. Obviously
Yeah.
I know
The hospital, you're
hospitals are gonna, have delayed times, but we ended up only waiting like 45 minutes, which like, again, not bad for a hospital. And we were having the time of our lives though, because like just the nurses were so
they're
nice.
so nice.
And they were like, oh my God, they were giving me all these like natural constipation remedies. They were laughing with me. Like it was like, I don't know, it was just like such a delight. Like there's no other word to like
Yeah.
like I don't know what it is. I don't know. Like it was just like such a great experience. So then they took me, got the ultrasound. They do like a biophysical profile, that's what they call it. So they
Yes, yes,
they
yeah.
monitor her breathing. If she breathes like 3 times within like a 15-minute
Yeah.
practices breathing, sorry.
Yeah.
And then movements like with the arms and the legs, and then the fluid, which my fluid actually, like, knock on wood right now, is decent. It's at a 13, which like is,
Great compared to
I know.
Jonah.
Just to reference, with Jonah, it was at a 4 or a
Yeah.
3.
Wasn't
Like
even
that
in
was
the double
always,
digits.
yeah. So let's yeah, your fluid should be anywhere from 8 to 24.
Yeah, mine
Like your
over here was
fluid.
like 35. Like, it
No,
was
you're
way too
insane.
much.
Yeah. So Savannah and I had opposite problems. So like I'm at a 13, which is so average. Like
Such a
look at me being
normie. I love it.
and that's actually like the last couple appointments, it's all been at 13. That's been like our lucky number.
She's a
Taylor Swift
consistent
is watch
queen. Yeah.
Taylor Swift is watching over me. So yeah, we got so all that was good. But she's in a funky position. So she's like, I guess what was happening is that she was directly behind my placenta like all day, and she was in this like diagonal transverse situation.
Mhm.
So her head was like down, but not like down in my cervix,
Mhm.
like down, and then her feet were like up towards my right rib. So it was like, yeah, she was just diagonal.
Yeah.
And like and then she's kicking my placenta, not me.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. I was like, really? Like I can't feel it? And they're like, no, like the placenta really is like a guard between.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure on the ultrasound you probably saw her like move and kick, but then you didn't feel it physically, and you were like, okay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
That they were like, did you feel that? And I'm like, no. And they're like, okay. So
At
that's
least
like
you know
what.
she's doing something in there. Yeah.
So not in distress. All like, and then the doctor came in literally as soon as I got wheeled back in, and she was like, girl, you couldn't look better. Like everything looks fine. And I'm like, okay. So like no distress, no nothing. But like the doctor like sat with me and was like, thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
She and
It's validating. Yeah.
it was more valid because I don't know. Sometimes I feel like maybe nurses judge you sometimes, but I
Yeah. Or even the
felt
doctors and be like, why are you wasting my time? Like, get out of here.
no, they were so validating and so like, thank you for coming in. Like we would so rather this than the latter. And like you're great. And then they just gave me some tips, and I've been eating a lot of sugar the last couple of days just to like, but it has been working. Like, that's the thing. Like, yes,
The doctor prescribed me sugar. So like
the doctor said I should treat myself.
I need to go get a prescription for glazed donuts.
For cinnamon rolls.
There you go.
Oh, actually today's National Donut Day for all that celebrate.
Oh, wow.
So if you're near Krispy Kreme, like go get yourself a free donut.
Yeah. Ooh.
And I think Dunkin' Donuts, you have to purchase a drink, but
Krispy Kreme, you can just like roll up and get a free one.
Literally.
Wow. Okay, I might do that.
Your girl knows things.
You're the sugar connoisseur.
Oh gosh. So all in all, like I am very glad I went, and it was a 10 out of 10 experience. Renee and I had a blast, which like I hate saying that, but it was like
because she's
like,
as equally as pregnant as you, and she had to sit in triage. And
yeah, and actually she was like, I'm actually so glad I came because I was able
she
to
learned a lot, and kind of like if she ever has to go in, she knows what to do.
Right. And it's so funny because her baby is like the exact opposite, the opposite positioning than mine is. And we're like, oh, these cousins are like they're talking to each other, trying to like, ooh, let's like, let's conspire against our mommies.
So in the last podcast, we were talking about like kid counts, like, oh, ask a doctor. So what is the doctor nurse opinion on kid counts? Did they say do it, don't do it?
So it was, yeah, she didn't say not to do it, but she's like, if you don't feel like 5 movements in an hour, just start to notice it.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's like, the whole like because oh my god, during our hospital tour, the hospital coordinator was like, oh, you need to like sit in a room for 2 hours alone and count 20 kicks in 2 hours. Oh, who the hell has time to sit in a room alone?
Right, they must not have other children
or a job or a husband or a life or I don't know, like it's just, that was just such a weird, and she just like, she said it so robotically, and I didn't like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think everybody needs to be careful with the information that they're getting.
Yeah.
Because, and then I learned another thing in the ER too, that social media and everything. I was like, because she was telling me I need to be drinking 6 hydro jugs a day. A hydro jug is 40 ounces. And she said, and I was like, okay, that's a little crazy. I'm literally on the toilet already 20 minutes, but sure. And I was like, should I be adding electrolytes to it? And she looked at me and she was like, no, please, no. Like, just water. Water literally solves like 80% of pregnancy problems. I swear
So
to God.
crazy.
She was so real with me. And I was like, oh, like, why does Instagram tell me that I need electrolytes in my pregnancy? And she was like, I have no idea, but
Yeah.
please stop listening to
Did they give
Instagram.
you fluids while you were there? Like through an IV?
No,
Oh,
no, no. Oh God, nightmares with that too from Jonah's pregnancy. I was so fluffy because of that. I know my sister tells me all the time, like how like, yeah, I was very fluffy with all the fluids. So
fluffy.
all in all, I would say if you are feeling some type of way, just go.
Trust your
Just
mama gut
just
and go. Yeah.
just call the damn doctor. I didn't call the doctor. I just went straight to the ER because I knew they would have just said go to the ER. So I did that way. But if just when in doubt, go.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough, and they couldn't have stressed that enough to me. So I feel really good. I feel very good that I
Yeah.
went. Yeah, am I going to rack up a hospital bill? Sure, but that's a
Well, you have
future me
insurance
problem.
now, so it's June.
I do have insurance now, sorry. Um so yeah, thank God. Thank God.
No, the stars were aligned. It was June. You're on a new plan.
Yeah, which I think my ER copays are not so crazy like my last ones were. So
Mine's like $300, which I
see,
don't know.
mine was $750 on my last plan.
My gosh.
Yeah, I think it's like I think it's about the same of what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to look at my benefits, but
Yeah, but
regardless,
we've always been big advocates of like when in doubt, just go. Like it's hard though because I think as mothers or like we say we gaslight ourselves like when it's us. Like you being in that situation when you texted us like haven't felt move in like all day. It wasn't even a question. I was like immediately go to the ER. But if it were me, like if I was in that situation, like I'd have to gaslight myself and be like, "Oh, I'm okay." You know what I mean? Like it's hard for us to advocate for ourselves, but like for example, if I had texted you that like I haven't felt movement all day, you would have been like, go to the ER, go. But then when we're in that situation, sometimes I'm like, oh, like I'm okay. And I think we've always been advocates of that. Like when in doubt, go. Even when the child comes out of your uterus, and is it, when you even have an inkling of like, maybe I should go to the doctor. I don't know, because then you feel stupid. Like I don't want to waste people's time. I don't want to look like I'm crazy for bringing this child in. But like when in doubt, go, because you trusted your mama gut with Jonah, and then it's that was a good thing. So yeah, just big advocate here of like when in doubt, just go. Whether it's you, whether it's your child, just like you're never gonna regret. Even if like I've been to the doctor so many times where it was a false alarm, like nothing crazy, but like I never have regretted it because it could have been something horrible. And if
right?
you have a
No
doctor,
remorse.
whether it's a pediatrician or your OB that like makes you feel stupid for coming in, like that's a red flag on them. Like maybe you should look somewhere else because they shouldn't make you
Right.
feel stupid. And a lot of times because the triage nurses and doctors, like you don't pick them, they're just whoever's there. Sometimes it can feel like that. So I'm so glad you had an amazing experience. I've also, every time I've gone to triage, because I've gone a couple times, both pregnancies, I've also had a lovely experience, gone right in. Honestly, like we're not promoted by Advent Health, but like I love Advent Health. Like I've had
I love Advent Health.
like
At least the hospital that I'm gonna give birth at, I'm very pleased.
because everyone,
And
if you're an Orlando Scrunchy Mom, like everyone just like talks about Winnie Palmer, Winnie Palmer, Winnie Palmer, but like a lot of people like Ruby, she had to wait in
it
labor, water broke for like ever in the waiting room. Like
it's so ghetto. I'm sorry. I've said it.
we said it. We didn't want to say it, but we said it.
I said it. I said what I said. Orlando
Yeah,
Health
like
is
all
so
our friends
ghetto.
who've given birth there have not had a good experience. So like Advent
I
Health, I have nothing bad to say.
Well, but I also took I took my friend Mona to the ER at Orlando Health, and it was the most ghetto
Oh,
experience
is
I've
Winnie
ever.
Palmer Orlando Health?
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, any of you Orlando girlies, but if not, I think Advent Health is like all like Southeast, like
Yeah.
they have quite a few, but whatever. Anyway, no, really, like, we got there at, like, 5:30, 5:45, and we left at 8:30.
Yeah.
Like, what a great
It's funny, like,
you
the
know?
phone definitely listens because we were talking about this, and then I saw a TikTok of an Orlando mom well, she lives in Brevard County, and she was saying, like, "I'm doing a couple weeks, like, I I'm set to deliver at my local hospital, but, like, is it worth the drive an hour and a half to go to Winnie Palmer?" Like, Orlando girlies, like, come in the comments, and I looked at the comments, they were all like, "Go to Advent Health Winter Park. Like, if you're gonna drive, drive there." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, Advent Health all the way." Sorry, if you're not an Orlando person, you probably, like, skip that part of this podcast, but just yeah. I
Yeah.
also had a great experience going to that hospital.
Yeah.
Because that hospital you were at, Gio was in the NICU at that hospital.
Yeah,
And
there's a level 4 NICU
it's a
at this
very
hospital.
I understand why you did the hospital tour because it is an overwhelming hospital because it is huge. The
It's the
parking's
biggest one in town.
yeah, I got super lost when I went there. I had literally a day-old infant and, like, I'm in a diaper, like, I had no idea where to go. But once I got there in the NICU, it's like some Grey's Anatomy shit. Like, it was so crazy, but I just felt so, like, okay, he's in a good place. Yeah, it's, like, rated, like, number something, number 1, top 5, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a really good NICU. So,
Yeah, so you're in a good place. I'm glad you had an experience. Honestly, not that I would recommend going to triage in your pregnancy, but it's kind of a good practice, right? Because, like, that's what I felt like. Okay, yes, I have to drop a $300 like copay, but, like, it was good practice because, well, you're pushing for a natural labor, so same sort of thing. If you go into labor, it's going to be a similar thing where you got to find a village, someone to watch them. You have to go to the hospital, you know.
may I interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm pushing for a natural labor.
I thought you didn't want to be induced now because you were saying, like, I kind of want to know what it feels like to, like, go into labor. You're
So
having
can I
different
tell you? Let's chat about it.
okay.
Um, I'm feeling differently these days.
Wow.
You know,
Do tell.
I would not mind a 39-week induction.
Hmm. You're in the stage. I went through it too, where you're just like, get this baby out of me. Like,
It's not even that. It's not even. It's maybe like 20% that.
mm,
It's more of the convenience of, like,
mhm.
being able to plan
Yeah,
because
exactly. When you have other children.
I have another child. I have a sister that's gonna be coming from far away.
Yeah,
I have like, everybody will know where to be. I don't
I
know, is
know.
that so bad?
It's definitely the type B moms that, like, go into natural labor. Like, I can't imagine. Like, I'm type A. I need to know when. I need to know who to call. Like, I don't know.
It's not even me being type A. I don't know, it's just
Just a little bit. Like, you
but
want to
also,
have
like, it's not that I don't know what to expect in an induction. I have done one before.
yeah.
So, it's not this big scary thing for me. Um, and all in all, besides for them putting the Cervidilin wrong, I did have a good experience with an induction. Like, things went the way they went, and I came out, and the baby
Yeah.
came out, and I was able to deliver vaginally, and it worked.
Yeah, yeah, because I feel like a lot of people who get induced the first time who push for a more natural labor the second time, it's more because the induction process took a really long time because you're forcing your body to do something it's not quote unquote ready to do.
Yeah.
Um, whether it be the Pitocin, the whatever it is.
And
So
at 39 weeks, they're cooked. They are
oh
cooked.
yeah,
They are
developmentally like they're ready, quote unquote ready.
right. Like, I don't know. I would not be so mad if that was my birth
So
plan.
if they offer it to you or because didn't they say it like the quote unquote geriatric, like that's what the
That's
usual plan
typical.
is?
Yeah, that's typically what they do for us old hags.
Bitches.
I was gonna say hag. Wow, Aunt Cindy, so sorry. But yeah, I know, like, sue me that I think that I wouldn't mind. In a couple of weeks, we're gonna assess growth one more time. Not a couple weeks, I think a week, something like that.
Oh, you have
Anyway,
another ultrasound
yes, I
because you
do.
weren't sure, remember, if you were going to have another one.
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
I have a regular appointment next week, and then I think that Monday I have a ultrasound.
Oh, right,
So
right.
in like less than 10 days, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
is
yeah.
like when this. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna assess growth, and then we're gonna just kind of chat about it, and because I mean, if you're talking about birth plan, really, it's just I mean, obviously my birth plan is like that we all come out alive.
Yeah,
That's
no,
basically
that's
like
yeah,
the but yeah, I'm not mad.
yeah.
I'm not mad about it. And my only thing on my birth plan also that I want to change even from when I had Jonah is I want music. Like I
I know
want
a lot of
to
people
have
talk. I didn't have music.
I didn't have music with Jonah. We watched Friends literally. Like Friends was on the background.
Mhm.
I mean, but also I sneezed Jonah out and achoo, and he came out.
Yeah.
But I
No, people have
want
like a pushing playlist.
well, yeah. So my playlist is called Birth Bangers. I have it's all of these like. Can I tell you like what's on this playlist?
Yes. No, no,
Actually,
I
like
want to hear. Wait, so
what's
I never did the music. So is this music you press play when you start pushing, or like the whole labor is on this playlist?
see? I think it would be like pushing
Okay.
music.
You'd be like Sam. So Sam's in charge of that. Like, put on my
Yeah, I
birth
have my
banger.
JBL. I have my well, next episode I want to do like hospital bag. Yeah, birth bangers. Like I have
'Cause-
obviously like a bunch of Beyonce.
Yeah,
I
like you
have
can
like
go really like calming with it, or you can go like
no, mine is going to be fucking like woman empowerment, like fucking fuck.
so funny.
um like you know that song like I am woman, I am
Yes,
fearless,
that's
I
a good
am
one.
sexy, I'm divine. Like I have that. I have like Lizzo, I have um
You should do
feeling
"Woman's
myself.
World" by Katy Perry because that's a good one. It's a
Oh,
woman's
that is
world.
a good one. Confident by Demi Lovato. Like seriously, I have Sorry Not Sorry by Demi Lovato.
You have no Taylor Swift?
Stronger by Britney Spears. Fighter by Christina Aguilera.
Wow,
Like
yeah, no, it's very like
Miss
feminist.
Independent by Kelly Clarkson. Do I
That's
not have any Taylor
funny.
Swift? Sabotage by the Beastie Boys. Like I'm so like that's gonna be um
You should do what is it? Like The Man? That's a good one.
oh I do have some Taylor Swift. Don't Blame Me. Ready for It. I Did Something Bad. Vigilante Shit.
Okay.
I have Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. Well that's just there because like oh I don't think the podcast knows that um my womb name for the baby is Lady Gaga.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Gaga.
Gaga. Yeah, so it's all just like these freaking like hype
These
songs.
badass
So
women because you're bringing a badass woman into the world.
oh my god, literally that is exactly it, Savannah. You took the words right out of my mouth.
I
That is
figured
it.
that's where you were going with that. I love
It
it.
is. So, and if anybody has any other recommendations for this playlist,
You
I mean,
need
I
some
already have like 50
Sabrina. I
songs.
haven't listened to her new song yet. I need
Who?
to listen to it. Sabrina.
Oh yeah, she just dropped it last night.
Yeah.
Not
Man
man
child.
eater,
Mhm.
man child.
You're just in like an anti-man like thing
She's
going
a
on right now.
yeah, no. So such a good play. How many songs are on here? It's 3 hours and 43 minutes. I hope I don't
Oh
push for
my
that
god.
long.
No, knowing how you sneeze at these, you're gonna get through half of Woman's World. You'll be like, ow.
God willing. Seriously, God
Yeah.
willing. Yeah, so that's like the only change in my birth plan is that like yeah, I want some banging music
Yeah, that's a good one.
and I want I'm not mad about an induction. That's all. Or a C-section or whatever has to happen. Like I'm so chill.
Have you given thought of like visitors, like what you're gonna do like with that, or you're being very loosey goosey with it?
No, well, okay, funny enough, with Jonah, you were only allowed two people
Yeah,
and
it was
had to have the
COVID.
same
So
yeah, you had to have the same two people. I wish that was still the fucking
yeah, it
rule.
made it easy for us because we didn't make the rules. So to family, it was so be like, oh, I don't make the rules. Sorry, no visitor. But like
Right.
then when Julian was born, like anyone could come. So it was like, okay.
Right. So I'm still gonna abide by that rule, to be honest. It's gonna be Sam and my sister.
Good.
Like, that's it. Because I'll just again never understand the entire family coming to the hospital when I would so much rather them just come to my house. I'm not even gonna have Jonah come, and that was something, like, we finally just
Oh,
decided that we're
okay.
not just 'cause there's a lot of layers. One, that's the hospital that he had all his trauma, so, like, why am I gonna
Yeah.
bring him back?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's, there's he I don't think he understands yet. If he's gonna visit his baby sister at a hospital, it's just like visiting, you know? I want him to like, I wanna bring home the baby
Yeah,
and,
and he'll be in
like,
his environment,
in
like, he'll be
his
more
environment.
comfortable.
Exactly. In his environment, it's chill, we're in our territory. I know, 'cause, like, obviously it's so cute to, like, watch those videos of, like, siblings meeting for the
No, now
first
that you
time.
explain, like, his circumstance, like, I totally agree. I think that'll be better.
Yeah, and I'm, like, okay with it, and, like, I don't need, like, Jonah running around a hospital room, like,
Yeah, no,
it
honestly, yeah, because Gio was 18 months and it was stressful. Like,
right,
he
like, I
could
just
meet
don't need
cute with
it.
you for 5 seconds, and then it was like having an 18-month-old, like, pulling cords and, like, I was just like, "Get him out of here. Get him out."
Literally. So, like, what's the point? So, I would so much rather just the first meeting of the siblings be at home.
Yeah, more things you can
So
control. No, it was good.
yeah, because the thing is, like, with Henry, when he met Henry's 7,
Yeah,
so he, like, understands not to pull all the cords and, he knows exactly what's happening, like, Jonah
yeah,
still
yeah.
doesn't. So I'm very happy with that plan.
Yeah, well, another thing
Um
with the whole, like, bringing them to the hospital when they're little or don't really understand is, like, he right, Gio came, visited, whatever, and then he had to leave. I had to stay at the hospital, so he had to
right.
leave, like, his mom and dad and new baby, like, he screamed, like, we had to pull him out, so it's just very confusing, so I agree, I think if I were to look back on it, probably would've been better in their environment. They're already, like, don't really grasp what's happening, so, like, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm happy with that. My sister and Sam, and that's all I need. I don't
Is your sister, like, gonna be in the delivery room, or she's just coming visiting?
before and after. Like,
Oh,
and
okay.
we had the same thing for when Jonah was born, and it was perfect.
Yeah,
Like, and she was so helpful, and shout out Amelia. I and then my mother-in-law will most likely be, like, on Jonah duty.
right.
So or just my whole that whole Berlant village will be
Take
on
turns, yeah.
take turns on Jonah duty. So that's my plan in that regard because also, like, yeah, like, it's cool if you do it, like, I understand why people do it. It's so exciting, but, like, it's just not for me to have, like, my entire family in the room where, I don't know, I'm bleeding, I'm not I'm wearing this diaper, I'm trying to, like,
Right. Plus,
it's just
like
not, and I'm like, and I'll be home soon, I'll be home in a few hours,
yeah.
like, you can see me at home, and I will still be the same, and the baby will still be the
Right,
same,
plus
you
we've
know?
done it before, so we remember how, like, when you're in that postpartum room, like, it's a revolving do every hour, there's someone coming in for a hearing test. Literally, when my dad came, because he came and brought Gio, like, I was whipping out my boob for the lactation consult. You can't control when they come, and so my dad was like, "Oh,
Right.
okay, I need to leave the room," so it's just, like, awkward, like, we're still a patient, like, we still have to get so it's just I also
Yeah.
was a big, like, not a lot of visitors. Like, I get that, like, I appreciate you wanting to come see us, but just, like, let's,
Just see
like
me at home. I'll be at home in a few hours.
yeah,
See ya.
right. And then also with the second one, I was also like, "Oh, you can come visit, but, like, then take Geo to the park or, like, to Disney or something." Like
Well, at home, yeah, that's gonna be, like,
yeah,
my
like,
like,
entertain the toddler.
anybody's gonna say, "How can I help you?" Take Jonah.
Right, because it's like, they'll be quick on, like, "Oh, let me hold the baby, the newborn." Like, "No, I can do it. You can handle the crazy toddler in the back, like,
Yeah.
jumping off the
And that's
counter. You
and
got him."
speaking of that too, like, I'm not changing his routine whatsoever either. Like, I'm not going to take him out of ABA. I'm not gonna, like, have a week. I want him to stay on his routine and, like, keep everything as, like, normal as possible for him, especially, like, with the autism and,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't want his daily routine to suffer
Yeah,
too
and, like, all
much.
he's gonna think is like, "Oh, this girl came in the world and now everything changed in my" like, little things at a time, baby steps.
Right. So, no, he's still gonna have his routine, and I am very happy about that as well. Like,
Yeah, but I'm glad you thought
keep
about all
things
of this.
I have, like, look at me being an adult and shit. So that's, I mean, I get, we didn't even think we were going to talk about birth plans today, but here we are.
There we go. Which is good though, because you wanted to do the hospital bag like in a week or two, and then we didn't
Yeah.
really.
Because I know I took out my suitcase just to like have it out. I'm like, okay, here's my suitcase. And then, yeah, next week I think I'll do a hospital bag. Like what's in Lila's hospital bag?
Yeah, it's
Because
weird being a normie because like with Geo, like my hospital bag was packed at like 30 weeks because there were complications, and you just every appointment I went to the doctor like not knowing.
I didn't even pack my even with Jonah though.
Maybe
I
because you were
didn't
just in
even.
like denial. I don't even know. But like, and you're just crazy. You went and got your nails done like when you had to go to the hospital. Like, we can't with you. But then with Julian, I did the same thing. Like I was like, oh, because you have that PTSD of like, oh, something's gonna go wrong at every appointment. So I had it packed, but like did not need to.
Yeah.
But
I'll be like
yeah.
mid-30s, so it's like it's time to start. Or like
Also, I think, and we'll get into it in the hospital bag episode, but like being a second time mom, like there's so much less stuff you need. You
oh
realize
my
the
God, I can't
hospital
wait.
literally provides everything. So it's also just like, just throw shit in a bag, really, the second time
Yeah.
around.
No, we'll chat about that next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Lila's birth plan. So just like whatever. And then if they do want me to push for like a natural
I think they're going to do
labor,
whatever you want to do.
I guess so. I know they have to do whatever is medically necessary,
Yeah.
but
But
I'm
I
down.
think you said the doctor said, like, yes, typically 39 weeks is what we do for 35 and up. But if you want to keep going, like, I'm okay with that if we're like still on this
This
trajectory.
good track. Yeah,
Yeah.
this good track of like growth and
Yeah.
all
So
of
I
that.
feel like
So
if you wanted to get induced at 39, they'd be like, great. If you didn't, then they'd be like, great.
I think so too.
I
I
think it's
think
up
I
to
would have.
you. Yeah. So you need
Yeah.
to think about it. But yes, there is something to be said about like like the scheduled C-section, just like knowing the day and planning it.
But then also the baby could be like, haha, here I am at 38.5. I don't know. You just never know
You
at the end of
never
the day, right? But because that's what happened with my sister. She wanted to like push to 40 or whatever, and then I
Yeah.
think right at 39 weeks she went into natural labor. So that's the thing. I'm very like loosey goosey about this birth plan this time. Like
When you
this,
have the privilege of having like a really good village where like people can drop everything and like help you out.
yeah. The
But
only thing is my sister traveling 2
the 2
hours in the
hours.
car. But other than
You have
her,
your
like, yes,
mother-in-law, like
I
things
do.
can happen, yeah.
I do. I do have people.
And you
And
have
then
us,
Renee's giving
you
birth.
know,
And
Jonah can.
Renee's giving birth a couple weeks before me
Yeah,
too. So it's
that's
like
true.
everyone is going to be like from like mid-July on, everydy's just going to be like on
It's
baby
like a
watch.
baby Burlon summer. That's what it is.
Like yeah,
Oh
baby
my gosh.
patrol, baby
Your
watch.
mother-in-law is like gonna be in heaven.
Oh my God. So much. All the yeah. Blessings on blessings. Baruch Hashem. God willing, all the things.
Yeah.
So, should we get into wins and fails real quick?
Let's do it. Oh my goodness. I'm shocker to no one. I'm not really prepared, but it's fine.
Yeah, I'm only prepared with my win and not my fail, but maybe I'll think about it.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
we're talking about villages, so I'll just say my win is like having a really good village because I also have the privilege of having good people around. So Taylor and I's anniversary was like a couple weeks ago, but he worked and we have kids, blah blah blah. But he planned a really cute like date night. He got the child care, like he got his mom to come and watch the kids, and we did like a pottery class, like super like not something we would normally do. It was so
Good.
cute. Yeah, we
Not
did like literally
Taylor.
like Ghost, like the wheel, and we made our own pottery. You know the movie Ghost, right?
No.
Really?
I hate you.
You
I
really don't
hate
know the movie Ghost? You're
when I
old. How do you not know that movie?
okay, you're a bitch, first of all. Second of all, with Savannah, if you haven't like seen something in her orbit,
Okay,
she literally makes you feel like you're a trash
but
bag.
Ghost is like a cult classic. Like, how do you not know Patrick
I'm not
Swayze?
good with movies. Like
Give me more.
Sam knows who he married, like, and he's a movie person for sure. Like, just don't come at me.
Okay, sorry. Okay, ghost aside, we'll just keep going. Anyway, so he booked like a pottery class. He wouldn't tell me about like what we were doing. He just said to like wear clothes I can get dirty, which I was like, oh God, like
Ooh,
I don't like physical activity. So what are we doing? But no, it's perfect. It was so cute. So like that was our win. We got to like sneak away.
that's so cute.
Yeah. And my fail, really the kids have been good. I will say I kept this fail like and I never mentioned it because then Julian hit his head last week and that became the new fail. But we kind of talked about it offline. But like it's summer, right? So this is like if you're not outside at the water table with your inflatable pool, like that's where we are. Catch us outside. We are in some sort of water outside. And my kids, I'm just blessed. I'm very blessed and privileged. My kids are not, I'm knocking on all the wood. Like they don't poop in water. They don't poop in the bath. They don't poop it. Like they've just, they're weird. I guess they have like my digestive issues where they like clam up and get nervous. I don't know. I've just never had that incident until I did last week. We had like our inflatable pool splash pad thing, and Julian, I didn't notice, but then Gio was like, "It smells." Like I think, and he'll tell me now when like Julian poops. He's like, "I smell poop," and I was like, "Please don't tell me that," because like now I've been humbled, and I know when you poop in a swim diaper, it's a
It's the worst.
whole thing,
It's the
and
worst.
I didn't notice it right away either. So like he's getting in and out of the splash pad, he's climbing up the playground, and then I see the trail of liquid doo-doo, and it's just like a crime scene of doo-doo. And I'm just like, oh no. So literally like I like blew my fake whistle like everybody out of the pool. Like it's like literally Gio, Julian are like wading in poop water. And I'm just like,
Oh
oh
my
my
God.
God. So I'm like, everybody out of the water. And like had to just like clear the crime scene, hose everyone and everything down. Like I grabbed the hose and was just like hosing them down. Yeah, so that was fun.
Oh my
That was
God, that's
fun.
so funny. I know I've had many a swim diaper
Oh my
poop
gosh.
incident. And we were like in the middle of the lake once when it
It's
happened.
like how
That's
watery and slime the texture. Like I'm sorry for people like don't
because it
eat.
like flakes.
Yeah, it's
It's like
so
it's
messy.
so gross.
It's so
Yeah. No,
messy.
I know. I'm not sorry for the viewers. If you have kids and you're listening, you know.
Oh, it's
Um,
horrible.
yeah. Okay, my win, I mean, it's just kind of general. Like I got a lot of rest this week. I'm excited to get away. We're going to the beach for the weekend. Just like really like the entire family is so well, not entire family. It's just me, Renee, Mitch, and my mother-in-law and all that. But we are all just like so hyped for this trip.
Oh,
And we even like
good.
rented out a tiki hut to like
Oh, cute.
yeah, to be under so like we don't have to worry about bringing umbrellas and chair, like it's literally like all taken care
I know.
of.
I will
Like
say
we're just
once you like rent a cabana or some sort of thing at like a beach or resort, it's so hard. Like when you do it once, it's like tattoos. It's a slippery slope. Like do
I
not
am
do it.
such an advocate for cabanas.
Right. But it's like once you do it once, you can't go back to common life. Like you just can't.
It's same with first class, flying first class. It's
Yes.
also,
Yes. That's a
even
slippery
though
slope
I
as well.
obviously I have like gone back, but
Yeah.
it's hard.
It's
Don't
so
get me wrong.
hard. It's just not the same experience. You know what luxury is. Like it's better to not know, not
It's
taste
for
that.
sure. No, I am such an advocate for buying your shade at a pool or a beach or like
Because we're just not
I
ones to like get there at 6 a.m. and claim a spot with an umbrella. Like I'm just not that. That's not my vibe.
no. Oh, and we used to be those people
I
like when
know.
we were like young and hot and we would like stay at a resort. It was like, okay, like who's getting up to go
Right.
get the chairs
Also,
and
when we were young and hot, like I didn't care. Like, oh, sun exposure. I can be in the sand dirty. Like I don't need the sun, the
yeah.
shade. It's
I
just
think I do. Well, I want the shade, but I think I'm gonna wear a bikini this weekend, which is so brave of me
so brave.
because I kind of want to like tan myself a little bit.
Yeah.
Tan, I like say that with quotation marks
As
because
you're
I'm
like glaring off of the light right now.
I know. Well, I don't know. The outside light is doing something funky, so I'm trying to like cover myself. Yeah. So overall, just like excited for that because like after this Anna Maria trip, we're just cruising,
Baby watch. Yeah.
cruising for the bruising. So there's that. My fail. I mean, I don't want to call my ER visit a fail. I don't want to
No, I would
call.
almost call that a win because you advocated for yourself and you went
I'm trying
in.
to think like Jonah wise.
So have
I
you
don't know.
noticed, like, usually when they come back to therapy after being got like there's like a spike in behaviors, has he been fine?
No, he's been so fine. Like everybody was ready for this.
Oh, good.
Like it was, he literally couldn't have gone away from me fast enough the other day. Like when I dropped him off, like he smiled when we pulled up and he like ran to his therapist and was like, "Bye, bitch." Like
That's
I
such
don't
a
know,
good
like
feeling, yeah.
couldn't have gone better. Like I would so rather that than the latter. So really, really good in that regard. And he's happy to be back on routine. And then, like I said, I can now get some things done. Yeah. So,
Good. Well, you're not failing, it's
I
fine.
guess I'm not failing. I think it's just me and like how like I'm in the toilet every 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm just
physically.
third trimester physically like so like get bath time is getting really difficult.
Yep.
Like I told
How
Sam
do you put him in the crib? That's hard.
Sam does it.
Yeah. No, it's really
Yeah.
hard pregnant, yeah.
If getting out of the crib, I'm like, "Jonah, you have to stand up and like
Yep.
give me your
Yep.
arms." Like there's no um yeah, so I would say like in probably a couple weeks Sam's going to have to take over bath time
And, like,
because
putting him in the
I'm
car seat, it's, like, the little things that, like, become so physically hard.
well, thank God he can climb in and out.
Oh,
Like
good.
he's good there. So, yeah, there's things that we modify and there's things where like I'm getting to my point where I'm, and like I said, I just can't believe I'm going to get bigger than this, but
No.
like I mean, God willing, of course, like it's so good, but two truths. Like
No.
I'm just
You're,
so
like, the size now where people, or at least for me, like, they'd stop and be like, "Oh, yeah," I don't like when people comment on my belly and like, when I was pregnant, but when you get a certain big belly, it's like people just stop. Remember when we went to the Millennium Mall and, like, people, like, because I was, like, days from giving birth at that point,
you
but
were, you
it
were.
gets uncomfortable, like, stop mentioning people's bellies, like, just stop.
Yeah, what if we just
What if we
minded
just
our
didn't?
business?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just it. Overall, I'm just so uncomfortable. But I think that's gonna be my fail like every week until I give birth. We'll
Yeah.
see. Yeah, because we have less than 2 months or like just about 2 months.
Crazy.
So crazy. Um, dare I say?
Dare you say.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to the Scrunchy Moms Club podcast. If you don't already follow us, please follow us at Scrunchy Moms Club podcast on TikTok, on Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are the pink one, Scrunchy Moms Club podcast. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us a follow. We love comments. We love feedback. As long as it's 5-star. and
Positive.
and we love you guys. We hope you have a great week. And that's about it.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.